Today, I'm gonna tell you how I met the girl of my dreams and almost got stabbed to death by a bunch of gangsters in Bali, Indonesia, all in the same night. Let's rewind, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. On our plane ride from LA to Bali, Jesse offered me a pot brownie to help me get through the flight, and I turned him down, so of course he eats both of them. He then binge watches Breaking Bad the entire flight. Then when we land and get to the hotel, he immediately passes out. I wanted to go out and explore. I leave Jesse in his edible coma and hop onto the back of a moped, which is Bali's version of a taxi cab. So on the ride there, I'm feeling quite uncomfortable because this is the first time that my penis had ever been so close to another guy's asshole. And for some odd reason, I had a feeling that it wouldn't be the last. So I'm at the club trying to talk to some girls, and I have a few failed conversations with girls who spoke as much English as my Aunt Nguyen Ngọc Thuy. Bored out of my mind, I then head over to the bar to grab myself a drink. The cup of yellow liquid that I got cost nearly $30 US. But more importantly, it is disgusting. It was so bad that if my diarrhea was readily available in a cup, I would have considered using that as a chaser. So I leave the club to go to the 7-Eleven down the street. Once I get there, I make a beeline toward the alcohol section and I notice a petite blonde girl by herself. What is a white girl doing over here? I walk up to her and say, "Hey, I'm Kong. I don't know what the hell they're serving over there at that club, but I came here to make my own drinks. Which one do you want?" She points to the vodka and then grabs a bottle of soda water, to which I roll my eyes and think, wow, that's so LA. We decide to sit in the parking lot, taking turns killing the vodka while getting to know each other. I find out that her name is Natasha, and she's an introvert. She's also a fan of electronic music, and she's an entrepreneur who runs her own business. I seriously could not have found a more perfect girl. 30 minutes go by and I realize that we've just been sitting there drinking and talking. I know that if I want this to go somewhere, I'm gonna have to make my move. "Hey, what do you say we go somewhere else?" I tell her. Natasha responds immediately with, "We can hang out at my place if you want. I live really close by." Well, that was easier than I expected. As we're walking back to her place, she grabs my hand and that's when I know that it's on. I begin imagining all the crazy things we'll be doing in bed together. I felt my dark night begin to rise as my intoxicated mind started wandering. I wonder if she gives good blowjobs. I wonder if she likes it rough. I wonder if she has big salami nipples or the small dainty kind. Now, I'm not a fan of Drake, but for some reason, his words suddenly made sense to me. I have 100% belief that at this moment, my last name is Ever and my first name is Greatest. As these thoughts are racing through my mind, I start noticing our surroundings, and I realize that we are now walking down a dark, creepy alley. How much further is it? I ask her. She assures me that it's right down this path. We're almost there. The further we walk, the sketchier things start to look. At one point, the road that we're on gets so dark that she has to bust out the light from her phone just to make sure we're not tripping on anything. As we continue to walk down the shady alley, I'm now convinced that I just got caught up in an Indonesian version of the movie Hostel. My whole body was telling me to turn around and walk away, but my penis wanted to stick around for the great perhaps. We get to a small, modest apartment and I let out a sigh of relief. My prayers to the sex gods are about to be answered. But when she opens the door, there is a chubby man in an Adidas tracksuit sitting at a wooden table. I fucking knew it. I'm about to get kidnapped and tortured. She purposely picked me because I'm American and crazy people will pay a premium to torture us. "Pay up," the man says. Confused, I respond with, "Huh? Pay up? Sorry man, I think there's been a misunderstanding." "You spend time with her? You pay me now," he says. Then it hits me. She's a prostitute. That's what she meant when she said she was an entrepreneur. All of a sudden, the man reaches into his pocket, pulls out a knife, and casually puts it on the table. I feel a rush of blood in my face. He tells me again, "You pay me now." I was scared, but even more so, I was angry. I wanted to break off the leg of that wooden table and shove it up his ass. All right, so I'm getting really worked up about this, and then out of nowhere, 5 guys come into the room, each of them with a holstered knife showing. Great. It hasn't even been 2 hours since I got here and I'm about to get stabbed. Wait, hold on, I tell them as I slowly pull out my wallet. This is all I have. I show them the one United States $20 bill that I have in there. After what seems like an eternity of contemplating, the guy finally says, "Okay, you pay me, I bring you home." So I give him the $20, he leads me outside to his moped, tells me to get on, and in a crazy turn of events, I am now straddling a man who 5 minutes ago wanted to kill me on his way too small for two grown men moped. He begins driving me back to town, and once again, my penis is only centimeters away from another man's asshole. But wait, where is he taking me? How can he take me home when he doesn't know where I'm staying? Holy shit, he's taking me to someone else who's going to pay him for the pleasure of torturing me. All right, breathe. Just jump off. All you gotta do is jump off and you will not be stabbed or tortured. Come on, Kong, you got this. Just jump off right now. Before I could hurl myself off his bike, I spot the 7-Eleven where I met with Natasha. He pulls into the parking lot and I jump off the bike as fast as my shaking legs could manage. He smiles at me and then just rides off, leaving me relieved but extremely confused. To this day, I have no clue what happened. Why did that guy decide to drive me back instead of just making me walk? If Natasha wasn't a prostitute, could we have fallen in love? Where did those 5 random guys come from? And what was their obsession with knives? Regardless, the crazy part about this is that I was more concerned about losing the girl of my dreams than I was about getting stabbed. Anyway, I learned a very valuable lesson about love that night, and nothing explains it better than the wise words of Drake. Tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn.